Hi, everyone. This is to go over the answers for the training case related to text functions. If you have not already tried this, there is a link in the description where you can go and attempt it yourself. Please do that before uh, reviewing this video to see the answers. Once again, this is a test case. This is just for training, just to sort of get a feel of what it's like using the FlexiQuiz app. And just some practice questions to help learn. The real quizzes are more difficult, but this is to get used to some of the different functions. Okay. To start, we just need to get the left or rightmost character from the text. And what we can do, we can also use an if statement on here. So we say if that equals left. We'll use the left function, otherwise we'll use the right function. And I don't need to say how many characters I'm pulling. The default is 1. Next up, we're going to use the mid function. And this is to pull out a portion of the text. So we're going to take the word example. We're going to start at the third character, and we're going to pull 2 characters, including the third. Paste that down. All right. The next one is looking at text before, text after, text split, and index. There's 2 ways to do this. You can use a text before and text after. Probably the more straightforward way to do it is using an index and then using the text split. So we want to split this, and then if we're going to break it out by column, we want to do that by the space. And then for the index, everything's going to be in the first row, but then the column we choose would be our selected word. For level 4, it's using upper, lower, and proper. We're just changing the case. You can just go through and use the correct formula, which is really just listed here under the case type. I'm going to use the switch function, which is going to look at our case type. And so when it says lower, you want to use the lower function. When it says upper, we're going to use the upper function. And then if it's not or lower or upper, it must be proper. Oh, instead of F, that needs to be a G. For level 5, we're going to use the concat function, and then in this case, we're going to use search. Find and search do the same thing, but search is not case sensitive. So here we want to use a search, and then the text we want to find will be this, but then the within text, here we can use the concat. Combine those 3 items. Okay, for level 6, go over the length in sequence, and then we're going to use that with concat and mid to reverse the words. And probably the easiest way to do this is we can just take this example here, and here it is sort of broken out. So I can just copy this. So this breaks it out, and instead of starting at 1 in the sequence and moving forward 1 space. We're just going to start at the end of the sequence and move backwards. So it will always end based on the length. Now, in this case, we're not using the word happy. It's going to be, in this case, example. It's G225. So we'll start at the end of the word, which we can get by getting the length. And then we're going to move backwards by 1 each time. And we're always taking 1 letter. So this will give me more like, yeah, a spell error. But then if we just use the concat, we get it. And then last, we want to use the code to, we want to turn each letter into a number, a corresponding number, A to 1, Z to 26, and then sum up the result. And in order to do that, we're going to use the code function. So you can see capital A would be 65, lowercase a would be 97. So here we can use the upper or lower, it's up to you, to standardize it and then use that. So, and here we would also want to be breaking it apart. So that would be similar. Sort of do this over here. So once again, we would do a mid, and we want to do this. And then for the start number, we'll use the sequence. And we'll do the length of it. So that's the total number of rows that it would produce. And then we would start at 1 and go forward 1 step. And then we're always taking 1 character at a time. So then that breaks it out to that. So then we want to go and we're going to make it all uppercase. And then I'm going to take the code of that. And then I would just subtract 64. So the A would become a 1 on there. Let's see. And then I can just sum this. Where's that? 76. Yes. Let's go back into here. Copy it. And paste it. So that is all there is. Like you said, if you hadn't had a chance, please go and try and get you familiar with the FlexiQuiz setup. And hopefully this helped. Thank you.